Sir, I don't recall when the decision was made.
It was one of a number of things the Attorney General could not remember.
Senator, I have no recollection of knowing when that occurred. I don't recall remembering, Senator, I don't recall in connection with this review process.
Some audience members in the packed hearing kept tally of the number of things Gonzales had forgotten.
Senators from both parties found his explanation hard to believe. But conservative Republican Tom Coburn said responsibility should have consequences, then dropped a bombshell.
And I believe the best way to put this behind us is your resignation.
Gonzales admitted he initially understated his role in the firings, but despite documents suggesting he had a more significant role, he continued to insist today his involvement was, quote, limited, leaving some senators dumbfounded.
Your characterization of your participation is just totally, significantly, if not totally, at variance with the facts.
Who's telling the truth around here?
Democrat Chuck Schumer questioned his candor and warned Gonzales to keep "I don't recall" responses to a minimum.
Senator, I don't recall that. Senator, I can't recall. I do not recall. I don't recall.
He said it more than 70 times, according to a protester keeping a tally for all to see.
Whether Gonzales stays or goes is up to President Bush. Late today, the White House said Gonzales still has the president's full confidence.
Alberto Gonzales entered today's hearing with his job on the line.
Your ability to lead the Department of Justice is in question. I wish that weren't not so, but I think it certainly is.
If the Attorney General cannot answer a straightforward, factual question from a senator about recent events, how can he possibly run the department?
For months, Gonzales has given differing explanations of his role in the controversial firings of 8 U.S. attorneys dismissed without warning late last year. Several senators focused on a March 13th press conference where Gonzales restated his limited involvement in the firings.
Was not involved in seeing any memos, was not involved in any discussions about what was going on.
Gonzales later admitted he misspoke, that he did have some involvement, but that correction came only after the Justice Department released emails and memos that showed Gonzales had been involved in numerous discussions about the firing.
Do you recall that meeting and where it took place?
Senator, I have searched my memory. I have no recollection of the meeting.
You don't recall any of that?
Senator, I can only testify as to what I recall. Senator, I don't recall that. Senator, I can't recall. I do not recall. I don't recall.
He said it more than 70 times, according to a protester keeping a tally for all to see.
Senator, I have no recollection of knowing when that occurred. I don't recall remembering, Senator, I don't recall in connection with this review process.
Some audience members in the packed hearing kept tally of the number of things Gonzales had forgotten.